You can probably tell who is rich and who is poor from the way they talk. We've narrowed down 10 differences so that you are not giving off poor vibes when you talk. Your speech and talk can shape your reality, so you want to make sure it agrees with a wealthy existence. Number 10. The poor are always looking for the next best thing. You've probably heard some people say they will wait for a better season before doing something. Either they'll wait for when the economy is stable before investing in real estate, or they'll wait to get extra funds before starting the business. The time will never be right, and the rich know that. Rather than putting off their ventures waiting for an opportune time that will never arrive, they strike while the iron is hot. If they get burnt, they'll just apply some salve. It doesn't help to constantly speak in the future tense. If you are fond of telling your family and friends something you are going to do at a later time other than what you could be doing right now, you are operating with a poor mindset. You have no guarantee for tomorrow. What you are sure of is the present. Do your best with that. Make sensible investments even when the economy seems shady. Rich people are doing so and profiting from it. You also know of businesses that started from a garage. Think Apple and Microsoft. Number 9. The rich never think it's too late. Sometimes the poor look towards a certain date, age, or year, so much that when it comes and goes and they are still where they were before, they give up on their dreams. The rich, on the other hand, know that there is no deadline on their dreams for as long as they are not in the grave yet. You could talk to an 80-year-old rich man and listen to them plan for things they want to achieve in the next decade. Don't give up is not just a mantra they say out loud to help themselves feel better. It's something that they live by. Look at Colonel Sanders, who gave us the finger-licking KFC franchise. It's easy to write yourself off when your youth is gone, but you never know what will spark your great idea. So keep yourself open to opportunities. It's good to set time-bound goals, but don't get so tied up in those. If they don't happen but still mean a lot to you, push the timeline a bit or remove any deadlines so that you can work freely without any pressure. Number 8. The rich know how to delegate. Another problem with the poor is that they believe no one else can do it as well as they do. If you want something done, do it yourself. That's the kind of mantra that keeps you in Poorsville, burnt out and unhappy with life. You might have an idea, but you can't do it all on your own. Get people who share your vision and who have proven that they know how to do their stuff. There are things that call for you to do yourself, but otherwise, you can have checks and systems to make sure people do what they should. Other people can see things, faults and opportunities that you don't. They also come with their own network that can help you when you need it. Your reason for going into business should be to help people and create employment, and of course, to get rich. But it takes a team to do it, especially if you plan on having it outlive you, a legacy future generations can look at and remember you for. The rich know how to do this and are always looking for great talent to come help them. Just like how Sheryl Sandberg was brought on to work at Facebook. You don't have to be rich all by yourself, and you don't have to carry your vision all alone. Number 7. The rich are their biggest champions. The rich have no problem talking themselves up. To most of us, it looks like arrogance, but in reality, it's just confidence that opens the door for them. They don't have to wait for someone to sing their praise. They walk through the door and know what they are worth. Even without asking, they'll tell you all the things that they have achieved. They even know how to put a spin on their circumstances so that they are still encouraging and motivating them to do better. Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest footballer, rather than looking down on his past, said of his father, "My father is not the reason I was born poor. He is the reason I will die rich." When you look at the rich, there is nothing extremely impressive about them, except their hefty bank account. What they can do, you can probably do even better. What you lack is the confidence to walk into a room of investors and tell them you are the greatest gift to mankind. Have confidence in your talents and skills that will open doors for you. False modesty has no place when you are trying to make money. If you're the greatest actor or if you have the right solution to something they are discussing, speak up. Number 6. The poor are hesitant to take risks. When it comes to taking risks, the rich are always ready to sign up. Taking risks is scary, especially when the numbers are not in your favor. So, it is easy to understand why people prefer to stay in their comfort zones. But there is no growth there, no challenge, and no solution you can offer. This is why the poor stay poor, rather than have their money where they can see it and plan for it. The rich take risks with the mindset of, what if it works out? And usually, it works out in their favor. There's no room for negativity on this ride. You don't have to take risks blindly. For the different things you are thinking of investing in, we'd wager that there is information out there, either from books or experts who've taken the time to read about it. Make sure to ask all the questions you need and do your research. Then take the risk. Quit that job that keeps you depressed and start something you've always dreamed of. Ask money from the person you think is least likely to give it to you. You will be amazed by the response. And if it doesn't work out, learn from the experience and do better. Number 5. The poor revel in self-pity and complaints. Woe is me is the chorus of the poor. They find every way to make bad things all about them. They didn't get their food on time in the restaurant because they are poor. They were laid off because they were not destined to be rich. Usually, they can find a way to put themselves down in every situation. The rich, though, see opportunities when they are faced with challenges. Should they start their own restaurant that serves people within 15 to 20 minutes? Or should they start their own business? In their approach, they always want to see how they can make it work for them. If you want to talk like the rich, keep your complaints for your journal. When out in public, speak positively. This will get your mind thinking positively too. You'll start to see what you can do and how you can be part of the solution, not simply a victim. Number 4. The poor prefer to play the comparison game. The poor are content to remain where they are for as long as they are doing better than their neighbors. Their motivation is based on what other people are doing. They keep tabs on those they consider their competition to see how they are doing in life. Which schools did they pick for their children? When did they buy their first car? Have they even bought their first car? Unfortunately, with that, it is not sustainable long term. Once you surpass your competition, you'll grow confident and lazy and stop doing better. The rich are confident in their path. They know they are unique and no one else will have the same exact experiences that they have. So, rather than compare, they seek information. If someone started their first business at 23 years, they'll have a meeting with that person, not to compare what they were doing at 23, but to get tips on how to start a business. The rich play the confidence game and it looks way better than the comparison game. Number 3. The rich make their own luck. Have you heard talk of privilege and luck? If the first thing that comes to your mind when someone tells you of their wealth is to look at if their parents were rich too, and they went to the best university in the world, or were just born lucky, then your mindset needs a refresh. Just as you've heard stories of people who were born into wealth, you have also heard and seen people who built their way up. There is no such thing as luck. Life is unfair to everyone. Just because they didn't suffer the way you did doesn't mean they didn't suffer. The rich know this and decide not to be defined by their past, but focus instead on making a better future for themselves. Don't give in to strange superstitions and unfounded biases about life. You can also achieve what you want. You've got what it takes. Number 2. The poor don't have time. One of the biggest diseases of this generation is busyness. Everyone is busy, from the moment they wake up to the time they go to sleep. Unfortunately, they are usually busy doing unproductive things like scrolling on social media, gossiping with friends, or watching TV. They will forego a conference that would help them because they'd rather go watch that latest movie. The rich don't function like that. Much as they are busy running empires, they take time for things that matter. They will take the time to learn a new skill, read an educational book, and attend a conference if it aligns with their long-term goals. They have learned how to prioritize and manage their time. Not everything passes. They can't just meet anyone at a moment's notice. You need to learn to guard your time. Just because someone called and asked to see you in 2 hours doesn't mean you should make it. Let them know you already had productive plans, like doing an online class. If you enjoyed it so far, please like this video and leave a comment. What is your best way to save money? Number 1. Rich people think of inventing and investing. The rich are always looking for ways to make more money. The poor, on the other hand, are usually looking for ways to spend money because they think wealth is in the abundance of items. Real wealth is the one that makes money for you even when you sleep. And the surest way of doing that is to invent something new or improve on an existing invention and to invest your money. 3 of the best places to invest your money are real estate, stocks, and business companies. It also helps if you diversify your income. You can't be safe with only one stream of income. So, get thinking. We'll bet if you weren't spending so much time binge watching that series you've seen 7 times already, you would have already made the first flying car.